So, hello everyone and welcome to another video. So this is the extra video that is going up, I don't know when, but this is my Orilium Path TBR. So, I actually don't have that many books I need to get through to get, what was I wanting to be? Yeah, it was something with animal. Yeah, I'm bad at remembering things, so I'm just going to write it or picture or something in those lines. So let's talk about the prompts that I need to get through. So I need elemental studies, and I need an O in that, so only one prompt for that, and that is to start a book with a drink. And I have already started this because every morning I read a non-fiction and drink my coffee. So I am starting this book with a drink and also continuing it with a drink. So that is doing harm, and this is the truth about how bad medicine and lazy science leave women sick, women dismissed, misdiagnosed, and sick. And of course, my neighbor is now going to mow his lawn, so that's great. So this book is basically about kind of how just that. Yeah, sure, great. We can't do it another time, so that fits perfectly. So yeah, I am actually already on page like 60 of this. So this won't take me too long. It has like 8-9 chapters, 7. It basically has like 7 chapters, so this might take me like a little bit over a week. So yeah, it's going to be great to get this off my TBR, but also read this. And so far, as the thing that I have read, it is kind of sick. So I don't remember where I was with this. So yeah, basically how through the times when we have done like different things, like, you know, like, yeah, different things that we have done, like, you know, trying to get some things, trying out different things. They basically use men and said that, well, we are women, like women and men are similar, so we don't need to check out both, which was definitely false. So yeah, so far I'm liking this. And then we have D in animal studies, so we have 4 prompts there. No, 3 prompts there, not 4. And then the first is book with a familiar or an animal companion. And I do not have a lot of books with animal companions in them. So the only thing I could think of where there is an animal of some kind, this is like the only book that I actually can say this one has that, is The Choice. Because I do, if I remember if I remember correctly, Travis has a dog. I think he has a dog. So, I mean, and the picture says that he has a dog. So he should have a dog. And I have seen the movie, and there he had a dog. So he should have a dog. So I think it fits, right? So yeah, animal companion. Then we have Raven on the cover or the title. And you can definitely not see this really well with this sticker on. But The Wicked Deep has a raven. It has two ravens, one here and one there. You cannot see them very well, but it does have a raven on the cover. And I don't know much about this book, and yeah, I don't know if I will even like this book. I don't know why I bought it, so. And then we have rabbits on the cover or a title. And the book I have chosen is called Cursed Bunny. And this is short stories. So basically, I need to finish these two in order to finish the rabbit on the cover. So I'm just going to see. However, I have started with one story of that just to get the vibe. And so far, this is a lot of short stories, and I am beyond confused. So that should be interesting to continue on with that and see how much more confused I am going to be. Then I need an O in alchemy, and that is a book on someone else's worst list. And for this one, I have picked The Night Circus, because I know a lot of people love this book. However, there are also a lot of people who hate this book and has been on someone's worst list. Like, I cannot say for sure on the top of my head who has had it on the worst list. However, I have seen someone has this on the worst list. So yeah, a lot of people love this, but a lot of people also hate this. And then I need a Q in restoration. And the first one I need to finish is a single object as focus on the cover. And for this one, I have chosen A Strange Hymn by Laura Thalassa. This is the second book in the Burgener series. And this one has like a single object, which is the focus of this book. Cover at least. So yeah, I can't wait to continue on with this series. The first one was so good, I love it, and I can't wait to continue on with this. And then the last prompt is oldest book on your TBR. And we all know that I have no idea which is the oldest one on my TBR. But I do know that one of the oldest one that I have had on my TBR, and if also we are going to like take the books that I own and basically that is on my physical TBR but also my GoodReads TBR, is The Kill Order. This is like the 0.4 book in the Maze Runner. And yeah, this should be interesting. I don't really know what this one is particularly about. Because this one is following people I have never seen. I think the other one, like the 0.5, is about, I think he has Newt in it. So yeah, so this one, I don't know. This is going to be really interesting to see how this one is. So now I have been talking for quite a while, so I am going to stop here, and then I will update when I have, you know, read something or finished something or something. So yeah, so it's later, I finished the book. So this is the first book for the Orilium Path. So this is Start a Book with a Drink, and for that one I had Doing Harm. So basically, what this book talks about is that kind of the title: the truth about how bad medicine and lazy science leave women dismissed, misdiagnosed, and sick. So this one talks about, like, I will say, all kinds of different, like, diseases and, yeah, a lot of different things. Not only like, you know, pregnancy and anything like that. It basically talks about, you know, yeah, how they choose, like, men when they do check out different things, and basically how a lot of women over time has basically been diagnosed with, like, hysteria instead of anything else, and also anxiety, depression. They always go on that instead of, you know, actually trying to figure out what is wrong with you. They usually say that, oh, it's only your anxiety, or oh, you are just hysteric, you know. So I really like this book. It made me angry, and, you know, it's not the author, you know, that makes me angry, but how basically how bad you as a woman are treated, you know, and people have, like, women have died because they have not gotten the diagnosis that actually is. And, you know, sometimes during this book I was like, I know what this is. And, you know, at one point it talked about a heart attack. You know, she had a heart attack, she almost died by it, and I was like, I know that this is a heart attack. But she wasn't believed that it was a heart attack because she didn't have the symptoms that men has, because women have different symptoms. So yeah, I liked it, I loved it, and it made me angry. So yeah, definitely. I mean, reading about how kind of women live in a man world, like, everything is kind of designed to, they take men more seriously. And I am going to say that this is, you know, in, like, an American perspective, and not everything is as bad in Norway. However, there are definitely some things in this book that you definitely can see fit, like, Norway, where I live. So yeah, overall I really enjoy this book. So now over for book number 2. So for this one, I think I'm just going to go down on the list and kind of read that, so you kind of, you know, you get the graphic and star rating at the end. Like, this one I won't rate just because it's a nonfiction. I don't rate my nonfictions because I usually don't know how I am going to rate them, because I usually go on the criteria: I like this book or I didn't like this book. And this one is in the I like this book pile, which means that I will keep this book and have it on my shelf, which yeah. So the next book we are going to talk about, or read and talk about, is The Choice by Nicholas Sparks. So this one is for a book with a familiar or an animal companion. So it's an animal companion in this. I'm gonna call it an animal companion because they have a dog. At least in the picture, they have a dog there. And maybe... and they have a dog there. So I think that he has a dog. I mean, he has a dog here too. So yeah, I think it's a dog in here, which makes it count, at least from my perspective. It's an animal companion, you know. I mean, my dog is my companion, so... This is the next book I will be reading, hopefully. I mean, it's like my copy is like 300 pages, so it shouldn't take me that long, and it's romance, and that doesn't take me too long. And I halfly know what is going on in this book because I have watched the movie like a long time ago, so I'll definitely rewatch the movie at some point. So, I have actually finished the choice. So, let's talk about this one. This one was for Animal Companion, and so this is about Travis Parker. And basically, we are following him. He has friends, family, and yeah, just overall a good life. And then he meets his neighbor, Gabby, and it's basically their life together. And yeah, I don't know how I'm going to explain this. I give it 3 stars. It wasn't like my new favorite thing ever. I found it, I mean, it was an okay book. I liked it. And yeah, overall, it was good. This is like one of my lower rated Nicholas Sparks books. So I just thought it was okay, and I will continue on because I have several more Nicholas Sparks books on my shelf. But this one was not like my new favorite thing. So it's definitely not something that I will ever read again, I guess. I can watch the movie. And I will. Not now though, but I will watch it eventually, so yeah. So, it's much later, and I have 2 books to talk about for my Orilium Path. So, the next prompt that I needed to do was Raven on the cover, and I chose the Wicked D because it has like a really Saturn Raven on this cover. So I started to read this, and this is basically about a place called Sparrow, and 3 sisters were sentenced to death, and now they basically come back to haunt this place, taking the body of 3 women and then luring boys into the deep. And then we meet Penny and Bo, and basically she has a tough decisions. She needs to rather save herself or Bo. So, I gave this 2 stars. I didn't like it. It wasn't totally horrible, but I didn't like it. I skimmed through, like, this book is 300 pages, and I feel like I didn't like. I sped read through this, and it's just not something that I love and enjoy. So I don't know why I bought this book. It is really pretty, but this is not for me, and I figured that out after I bought it, and just why did I do that? So then I went down again, and that is Rabbits on the cover or title, and for this one I chose Cursed Bunny. And this is basically a lot of short stories, weird short stories. And I have no idea what to say about this book. I gave this one also 2 stars. It was really weird, and yeah, that is like all I can say. It's really weird and strange, and yeah, I didn't love it, didn't like it. Overall, I mean, we know I have a complicated relationship with short stories, so yeah, a little weird, and yeah, I don't know, to be completely honest. So those the books. The next I'm going to pick up is probably I have 2 choices, and there's the Night Circus and a Strange Hen. So I don't know which one I'll pick up yet, but you will see on the next list also. So it's a little later, and the next book that I was supposed to pick up is for book on someone's worst list. So I picked up The Night Circus by Morgenstern. And this book is basically about, I think it's two different like rivaling circuses, if I read everything correctly. And basically there are two people and they basically fall in love. So yeah, I read this. I wasn't supposed to read anything like yesterday, but I did. I finished this whole entire thing. And yeah, I give it 4 stars. I really enjoyed this. So Erin Morgenstern is really like flowery writing, and yeah, flowery and like a lyrical like writing, and yeah. I can see why this one is on someone's worst list. You know, I think that Erin Morgenstern will be a person you rather really like the writing style of, or you don't vibe with it at all. So yeah, overall I really like this book, and yeah, I just could not put this book down. I just read this one until I was done, and it's definitely something, yeah. If Erin Morgenstern releases another book, I will definitely read that book. So the next two books I will pick up, these are the last 2 of my Orilium Path. So basically the one that I'm going to pick up next is A Strange Hymn before we pick up the Kill Order. So this is the last book I will read, but yeah, this will be the next book I will read. This one is for single object as focus on the cover, so it has like this horn, I will say. So A Strange Hymn is basically the second book in the Bargainer series, and I have started this. I am on page like 50, and yeah, so far I'm really liking this, and I can't wait to continue on. I loved the first book, which I don't remember the name of, which is totally horrible. Yeah, I don't even remember the first book in this series. So but yeah, I think I'm really going to love this book, and I can't wait to read it. So I have just finished A Strange Hymn, and this one was for, yeah, single object. And yeah, this is the second book in the Bargainer series, and in the Bargainer series we are basically following Callie, and Callie is a siren, and basically she has all these beads up her arm because she owes bargains to Bargainer, which is a fae. And yeah, he always come back to basically collect his debt, or their debt. However, he hasn't come back in 7 years, and then he returns. So this is the second book. I'm gonna give it 5 stars. I loved this. It was so good, and I can't wait to continue on with this series. I mean, like, hello, I need a last book. So this was so good, and you know, just I can't tell you because spoilers, but you know, a lot of things is happening in this, and yeah, I just love this series. And I mean, I just feel like all books has their flaws, but I just think that I just feel this book, I could not put it down, and yeah, I loved the first one, I love the second one, and my bet is that I'm going to love the third one. Now there is a 2.5, so I will read that one as well, and I can't wait to do that. So yeah, this is so far going really well. So yeah, 5 stars. Now I only have 1 book left, and I need to check out what that one is for because I don't remember. It is the oldest book on my TBR, and I'm going to say one of the oldest is The Kill Order. So this is like the 0.4 in the Maze Runner series. So in this one we are following basically the world before Thomas got to the maze, and we are following Mark and Trina, and other than that I don't know, and I can't wait to read this. Hopefully it will be good and I will be able to read it. You know, this is, let's see how many pages there are. There are 375 pages, so this could possibly be like a day read. It really depends on how much I am able to read. But this is the last one for my Orilium Path, and we are on Monday, which is, you know, great. So yeah, can't wait to read that one. So let's talk about the last book I was supposed to finish. I am going to finish The Kill Order. So oldest on my TBR, I have finished this. Didn't take me too long because this particular is in Norwegian, which basically means, you know, I read that much more quickly than English. Yeah, I gave this 3 stars. It wasn't like a new favorite thing. I really liked Maze Runner, and this one was like good to know. Like basically in this one you're following 2 people, following Mark and Trina, and basically this book in particular is set when the flare is basically starting. So it was interesting to see kind of that backstory. Not a new favorite thing, but overall I liked it. So let's wrap this one up quickly. I'm just going to mention the books that I read for each and everything. So first one was Elemental Studies, Start a Book with a Drink, and I read Doing Harm. Then we have D in Animal Studies, and I read 3 for that. So we have O, Book with a Familiar / Animal Companion, and I read Choice. Then we have Q, which is Revenant cover or title, and I read The Wicked Deep. And for D, Rabbits on the cover / title, I read Cursed Bunny. Then I needed to have an O in Alchemy, and that was a book on someone else's worst list, and I read The Night Circus. Then I needed a Q in Restoration, and I read for O, Single Object as Focus on the cover, and I read A Strange Hymn. And then we have Q, oldest book on the TBR, and that was The Kill Order. So those are all the books I have finished. Officially I am Beast something. Yeah, I don't even remember what I wanted to be, so that's great, right? But yeah, that was all the books that I needed to read for my Orilium Path. So that's it for this vlog. I hope you liked it, and I will see you next time for another video. Bye!